Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe so I can see you back here again. Okay, so today I'm going to be breaking down a super easy, glamorous fall makeup tutorial. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette for the majority of the eye look. And starting off, I'm going to be using, I think this is Summer Sun. It's just a gorgeous, warm, peachy color. I'm going to rock this back and forth into my crease and blend it out, fade it out towards the top, just so it's a perfect transitional shade to start with. Next up, I'm using my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Black Bean, and I'm using this as a sticky base in the outer corners of my eye. Darker colors for me tend to apply better when they have just a really good base to stick to, and this one is just gorgeous and really effortless. So next up, for the dark color that I'm going to be using to stick onto it, it's this deep shimmery plum purple color. It's gonna look black on top of Black Bean, but that's not really the point. The point is I want this whole look, I want it just more sultry. So it has to be a little bit smoky. So after patting on the purple on top of Black Bean, I'm going to smoke it out by bringing it into a V shape into the crease of my eye, just rocking my brush back and forth till I just have a little bit of a subtle V and it starts to transition over into that transition shade. Precision isn't needed here, and I'll show you why here in just a few steps, but the main thing is get that outer corner good and smoked out. Next up, I'm using Peach Pit to kind of make it look a little bit more golden towards the top right above my crease. I want the whole thing to have as many autumn and fall shades as possible. And after using Peach Pit, just to bring in more dimension to the whole look, I'm going to be using my glitter foil and line effects with this is made to foil out any shadow, to make any shadow metallic or turn it into a liner. It has a ton of different purposes, but I'm going to be using it with Blitz Pigment by Makeup Geek. And what it does is takes just pretty much not a basic, but a simple pigment and turns it into the most gorgeous metallic copper that I've ever used. And then it just makes it a whole lot more intense. So after I end up turning it over into like a cream shadow, I put this all the way onto 3/4 of my lid, and I leave the last part of my lid that deeper black color. The main thing is keep it nice, but keep it a little bit basic. So next up, I'm using an Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. Glow Getter is one of my favorites. This is going to be going underneath my eyebrows just so the look is complete. It's not really complete without that transition shade toward the top. So after Glow Glitter is blended in, I make sure that all the shades have an effortless fade away. And the main thing, whenever you say smoky eye, it's not necessarily about the depth of it, it's about how smoke fades away to nothing. So that's why it needs to be seamless all the way to the top. After this, I love the Showstopper palette by, I got it from Target, Sonia Kashuk, that's who it's by. And I love how glittery and sparkly it is. I'm using that rusty brown color to sparkle in it, and that's what I'm going to be patting in the inner corners of my eye. The palette puts off next to no color, which I love because it doesn't make that copper color that I created. It doesn't make it ashy. It just makes the inner corners of my eye just come to life. And after this, I'm going to be making a simple wing liner. I have a whole liner tutorial in my Back to the Beauty Basics series that you guys can check out. It is in my playlist. So next up, it's time to do some contouring. You can have your eyes sultry and smoky without having your face snatched a little, you know? So I'm going to be using, this is also a contour powder from Makeup Geek. I'm going to be contouring underneath my cheekbones, all the way back to the middle of my ear, across my forehead, and this is just to define my forehead and carve everything out to where my face doesn't look so rounded. It has more dimension to everything. Next up, I'm using Chivalry. This is just a gorgeous orange. It is an orange blush. It looks kind of different on that screen, but it is like an orange blush, and orange helps counteract any hyperpigmentations, which I do have an abundance of, but it also blends in perfectly with that contour. Now, when I call this look easy, it really is. Like, it looks like a whole bunch of steps, but the main thing that I'm doing is blending. And speaking of blending, we're gonna need a highlighter. So for my highlighter today, I'm using a liquid. This one is by Cover FX, and I am blending that into my blush, and it goes up to right above where the blush ends, right above my ear. And literally after you blend it into your heart's desire, that's it. You put highlighter wherever you want. I put it in the middle. Wherever you contour, there must be highlight. So I put it where the contour wasn't on my forehead. How about that? And after that, to make it bring a little bit more definition, I did line underneath my eyes before I moved on and used that deepest purple again underneath that black just to smoke it out a bit more, and it just makes the bottom look effortlessly smoky and amazing, and it also locks that liner into place. So next up, I'm going to be lining my lips, and this is, I can't even remember the color. It's by ColourPop. It's just a gorgeous eggplant, kind of ruby plum color liner, but the main reason why I'm doing it is so there's definition when I use this lipstick. It's a liquid lipstick. I think this is Rebel by LA Girl. This is their matte flat finish pigment gloss, but it's a matte lipstick, and that's it. After you throw on some lashes, your look is complete. You're ready for whatever fall brings you. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this tutorial, because I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Make sure to stop by again soon, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.